RE Materials started in 2002, and it came about because I had just stopped working on Wall Street, and I bought this piece of property, and there was a lot of gravel here, and it actually just kind of came about as I needed something to do, and it's grown into a company that we provide happiness for lots of people now. And it kind of transitioned over the last 14 years from a place that we just would sell gravel to now we sell everything from plants to landscapes to pottery to truckloads of material day in and day out. In 2007, we were going through some issues, family issues, revenue, stagnation, so I was looking for something to help me get past that level. My friends and family would describe me and my business, myself personally, as a very stressed out, intense individual at the time because I was trying to do things and none of my staff wanted to follow with me, and it was quite frustrating. I had a lot of family issues at home. I didn't spend time with my wife and kids, and it really was bothering me that I couldn't get this company, a somewhat simple company, to operate without me having to have so much hands-on. And I definitely needed to make a change. And my wife said, you need to talk to somebody because you're telling me the same thing over and over and you're not doing anything about it. I found out about TAB through an acquaintance of mine. He was a friend of a friend that was in a TAB group in San Antonio. Didn't think much about it at the time, and then I got a call one day from TAB out of San Antonio asking if I'd be willing to sell my business. And at the time, I never considered selling my business. I didn't even know what it was worth, what I could do with it, and made a phone call, and John Deeney came out, and he and I visited, and it was something that I didn't know was out there. And I got introduced to it and thought it'd be something that would help me take my company either to sell it or to make it much better. TAB is a group of business owners from all different walks of business, and you kind of sit through, talk about certain issues, talk about what's going on in your business, how what's going on with their business as well. It's not just about your business, so you get ideas from everybody. How I walked in though that day is I was very, I guess, apprehensive. I didn't quite believe that this group could help me because they were just my problems. How can they understand what I'm going through? And sure enough, after it takes a while because you don't know the people in your group, and as you get to know some group members better than others, you tend to open up more. And as you open up more, that's really where the problem solving begins, because a lot of stuff is, a lot of the issues are on the surface, but there's a lot of underlying problems that need to be tackled, and they really help you find that underlying problem. I'm a big believer of sharing knowledge, and in those kind of group settings, you get this board of directors that will help you kind of navigate through your business. They get only tiny pieces of what is part of your business, and in order for you to utilize TAB to its fullest, you have to take what other board members give to you and implement. Because if you're just there for a meeting and hang out, well, I think you would join the chamber or do something different. But these guys are there. I mean, they're really there to help you. And I haven't been part of any other group that is like that. My most memorable moment came with TAB because my issue kept coming up, and two of the group members finally said, you really need to do something about that problem. And that problem was my dad. My dad worked for me, but he still treated me as his son, so there was a lot of, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, lack of respect there. They said, you either fix the problem or stop complaining about it. And sure enough, as soon as I fixed that problem, my company started to do a whole lot of different things, and it's changed tremendously in the last 4 years. I knew the problem was there. I just was scared to really tackle it because he's my dad, and I didn't want to mess with, my mom's feelings, my siblings' feelings, and I was really trying to keep the peace. But unfortunately, the more I tried to keep the peace, the worse it got. It was one of those moments where you really got to dig down and really, I would say, like I tell my daughters, power through it. And I know that initially was tough on myself, but it's been getting easier and easier every year. I mean, actually, my dad and I are talking now, and I think we have a lot better relationship because I did stand up and fought for what was mine. These days, I work maybe 30 hours a week here, and I go home. I drop off my daughters in the morning, get my morning kisses, and then I come at 2 o'clock. I leave. I do what I do here, and I leave and pick them up. I'm really involved with extracurricular activities, and that was one of my goals, and it's in my personal vision to really do that. And by adhering to, you get called out. Hey, is that part of your personal vision? What the hell are you doing? If it's not in there, then okay, why am I doing that? Okay, that's not part of what I want to do. And TAB has really helped me stay on focus. I would say it really changed my life, I guess. No, I'm not gonna guess it did, because up to that point, as I got into it, the connections I made through other board members and how they put me in touch with the people I needed to be in touch with, because I didn't even know there was an actual family consultant that could help me work through the issues with my family. That came through TAB. I wouldn't have found it otherwise. My wife and my kids really love it because I'm home now, and I'm not stressed, I'm not yelling.